All right, so different backdrop here in Maine. Kind of wanted to talk, I think this time, about leadership in the face of utilizing not only artificial intelligence and kind of what it means with the adoption of all these different large language models and how it seems to be coming into all areas of our life. So that being said, we're moving faster than ever, but are we actually leading? That's kind of like essentially the thesis of what I wanted to talk to you about. So, AI can generate a 5-year leadership strategy in 30 seconds, but that's not leadership, that's just output. And fundamentally, we are seeing this new thing about urgency versus presence. And it's, as a result, so many people now feel like they're being left behind or that they need to catch up, and so they're feeling this urgency to perform, right? And there's such a speed. There's speed for emails, speed for pitch decks, speed for KPIs and OKRs and all these things. And I think something that is helpful is that immediacy isn't presence. With that, I see leaders mistake urgency for importance all the time. Just because something's loud doesn't mean it matters. And one thing that I love when it comes to emergencies is someone's lack of preparation does not make an emergency for me. And so often people default in this like urgent mode, and it's like fast paced, and like just because people are talking doesn't mean they're communicating. And as a result of that, there's an overfunctioning. And so as a result, over stress. And so under this stress and in this reactive state, things don't actually move forward. It's a pressure cooker, really. AI is like almost like one big cognitive pressure cooker. And these LLMs are impressive, but they don't replace insight. They don't replace experience. They don't replace reflection. They don't replace the human. Specifically, these LLMs, they offer like almost performance illusions. They move at such a great volume. They have this speed, they have this coherence. It can almost sound exactly like you, right? You can generate perfect sounding communication, and it could be zero relationship behind it. And it's almost that part. It's almost the imperfect way that humans communicate has a depth and a resonance to it than when something sounds just like no flaws. Because that's not how people actually speak or communicate, And so when you think about that, like AI can absolutely support, but it does not embody it, When I get brought in to meet with leaders, leadership isn't about knowing what to say. It's really about knowing when to speak. Real presence interrupts urgency. Kind of being able to sit in that discomfort or sit in that silence. Leaders need to be the calmest person in the room, not exactly the fastest. So what does leadership really require? There's no real shortcut to leadership, which is what I love. I often say that leadership is a trained skill. There's this sort of space between stimulus and response, As a result of that, where I would encourage you is like, where am I moving too fast to notice what matters? That's often a good way to look if you want to ask yourself that. Like, where am I moving too fast to know what matters? Or sit with being able to embody just space and sit in space, have intentionality and being able to sit with discomfort. And I guess finally, in a world of constant and instant output, stillness is a radical act.